This one is going to be electrical. GameMasters here, and today I want to chat about a great little underused spell, and an evocation cantrip actually, found in Tasha's Cauldron of Everything called Lightning Lure. It has a casting time of 1 action, has a range of 15 feet, only uses a verbal component, and is instantaneous. When cast, you create a bolt of lightning energy that targets a creature that you can see within 15-foot range. That target has to make a strength saving throw, else it is pulled up to 10 feet in a straight line towards you, plus it takes 1d8 lightning damage if it's within 5 feet of you when it ends. When you reach 5th level, that lightning damage increases to 2d8, at 11th level it's 3d8, and at 17th level it's 4d8 damage. Using it is straightforward. You are in combat. You want to bring an enemy closer but also zap them. This will accomplish that task. But let's look at some other fun ways that it can be used. As an environmental hazard, if the target is standing near a cliff or perhaps lava, pulling that creature towards you might force it to enter that dangerous environmental hazard, possibly making them plunge off that cliff or begin to cook in that lava. Repositioning allies. Use the spell to pull a monster away from your wounded ally or closer to you, effectively repositioning the battlefield and protecting your friends. And yeah, you may be a caster, but you could also be right next to the tank of the party, thus pulling that monster closer to you brings that monster closer to one that can absorb the damage that it can dish out. Interrupting actions. Monsters might be casting spells or performing actions. Using Lightning Lure can disrupt their concentration or interrupt what they were planning to do by pulling them out of range. It also has a great mechanism for putting distance between them and their target, possibly rendering their spell useless if that target is no longer in a viable range. Setting up combos. Coordinating with your allies. For example, if your teammate has an area of effect spell ready, pulling an enemy into a specific formation could maximize the impact of their spell. Communication is going to be key here with your party members, which reminds me, I've got another video due out next week all about communication, but that's next week. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. There's also the environmental interaction. If there are objects or elements in the environment that could interact with the lightning damage, like metal objects or conductive surfaces, use the spell to pull the creature into such an area to potentially amplify the damage. Just be sure that you yourself are not standing on that conductive surface. Even though the damage is magical, you never know when a DM is going to just turn all evil on you. And for the next few seconds, you can also use Lightning Lure to thank these fine lightning supporters, as their contributions to my channel make it so that I don't have to worry about taking on sponsored ads. If you would like to contribute to the channel by becoming a Patreon or YouTube member, I'll leave a link down in the description. And of course, I'll add your name to this ever-growing list. I don't see Lightning Lure used all that often by players, but I personally think it's a great spell, and it's only a cantrip at that. Again, it's found in Tasha's Cauldron of Everything on page 107, but a cantrip that can be used to both disrupt an enemy's plan by interrupting their action, then moving them on the battlefield, and then ultimately dishing out damage. What's there not to like here? By using a combination of those tactics, you can easily turn the battle to your favor. Favor. Can't talk. What are some other underused spells that you've seen? Well, or used infrequently during your session? Let me know down in the comments, and until next our paths cross, may you not find yourself being dragged across the battlefield and then ultimately struck with lightning damage.